Did you just see what I saw? Meghan Markle just posted the saddest baking photo in royal history, and honestly, I can't look away. We're talking about 6 tragic little cakes that look like they're crying for help. But here's the plot twist that'll blow your mind. Okay, let's set the scene. Picture this: you just lost a massive Netflix deal, we're talking millions of dollars here, and your next move is mini bundt cakes? With flour sprinkles? I mean, I get it. We've all been there. Breakups hit different when they are worth 8 figures. But Meghan's response to getting dropped by Netflix is absolutely sending me, and not in a good way. So here's what happened. Meghan shares this photo, and I use the term photo loosely because it looks like it was taken on a potato from 2003 of 6 pastel pink bundt cakes. They're sitting there on what I can only describe as the most aggressively beige countertop known to humanity. These cakes, where do I even start? They're covered in what she's calling flour sprinkles, but honestly, they look more like someone raided a craft store's clearance bin. We're talking about what appears to be colored grass clippings masquerading as gourmet garnish. And here's the kicker, she didn't even bake them. This whole relatable mom just whipping up some treats vibe? Completely manufactured. She reposted this from some bot account trying to sell us a lifestyle moment that feels more like a Pinterest fail. Can we talk about this flour sprinkle obsession for a hot second? Meghan's been pushing these things like they're the cure for everything. Her online store, when it actually has inventory, is basically a shrine to these botanical disappointments. One follower asked the question we're all thinking, when did rosé become a thing? Probably around the same time someone convinced Meghan that sprinkling what looks like hamster bedding on desserts was peak sophistication. The whole setup screams, I'm trying way too hard to seem normal. We've got Meghan looking off camera with this expression that says I definitely didn't orchestrate every single pixel of this supposedly candid moment. That beige countertop is doing absolutely nobody any favors. The color coordination is so aggressively bland, it's actually aggressive. It's like someone took the concept of neutral tones and beat it to death with a Home Depot paint sample. Look, losing a Netflix deal has got to sting. We're talking about going from potential media mogul to this. And I actually feel for anyone dealing with a major career setback. That's genuinely tough. But here's where it gets interesting. This whole sad girl baking era feels like the most tone-deaf response possible. Instead of addressing the elephant in the room, we get forced domesticity with a side of overpriced sprinkles. The comment section is absolutely brutal, and honestly, I can see why. When you've built your brand on being this sophisticated, globally minded humanitarian, pivoting to look at my craft store cakes just hits different. People are seeing right through it. They're not buying the relatability rebrand. They're not interested in the flour sprinkle fairy tale. And they're definitely not convinced by photography that looks like it was staged by someone who learned composition from a cereal box. Can we pour one out for the real victims here? Those bundt cakes didn't choose this life. They could have been happily consumed at a church bake sale or a neighborhood potluck. Instead, they are forever immortalized as props in what might be the most awkward career pivot in recent memory. Here's what's really fascinating about this whole situation. It shows us exactly what happens when authenticity becomes a performance. Meghan's trying so hard to seem normal and relatable that it's having the exact opposite effect. Real authenticity doesn't announce itself with perfectly arranged craft store sprinkles. It doesn't need staging that looks like a stock photo reject. And it definitely doesn't feel this forced. This whole bundt cake saga is actually a perfect example of how social media has broken celebrity culture. Everyone's trying to be the girl next door while simultaneously maintaining their aspirational lifestyle brand. It's exhausting to watch, and it clearly doesn't work.